Hello Scorpios and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading for November 2018. Alrighty guys, so happy birthday to all my Scorpios. That's why we're doing you guys first. I thought I would do the Novembers with my face. We'll see if this lasts or if you guys are going to be one of the only ones who ends up seeing my face this month. I feel like I always get busy and then I'm just like, I don't have time to do the whole setting up thing. I'd rather just get right into the reading. Because usually I like to stand and do my readings facing down. And that's why I like to do them overhead. But I don't know, I've gotten a lot of comments and personal messages saying they'd like to see my face more. So here I am for the monthlies. Okay. So this is your birthday month, Scorpio. We're in your energy. We're diving deep. Feeling all that self-transformation and inner transformative power coming from you guys. So first of all, there's a couple key dates. For this month, on the 7th, we have the new moon in Scorpio. Very intense. On the 15th, we have Mars entering Pisces. On the 16th, we have Mercury, sorry, not Mercury, Mercury is going retrograde in Sagittarius on the same day that Venus is finally going direct in Libra. So Venus finally comes out of its retrograde, moves into the direct energy, and, you know, then we have Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius until December 8th. So, or I think it's December 6th or 8th. I mean, I'll go into more of the astrologies and the weeklies probably as we encounter those specific days. But yeah, so we got a lot of interesting energy there. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Sagittarius. On the 23rd, we have the full moon in Gemini. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get right into your reading. And guys, remember, this reading will not resonate for every single Scorpio out there. It's not really possible for me to pick up on every single one of your energies and what's going on in your lives. But let's check out what we can get here. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, don't take it into offense. I'm just picking up on the messages that are coming through. So if for some reason maybe your message wasn't meant to come through in this reading, and, you know, check out the readings for your sun, moon, and rising. That's all I can really say on that. And I don't really tolerate any negativity on my channel. So if you have something negative to say, take it somewhere else. Okay. Scorpios, what's coming in for my Scorpios this month, week by week, the main focuses and energies of each week, and then we're going to look at the challenges. Sort of energy, what are the main energies for that first week of November 2018, first week of November 2018 for my Scorpios. I'm using my Hieronymus Bosch deck. I would get up and get the box, but I cannot because it's really far away now. But here we have the Hierophant reversed here. And the Hierophant reversed in this deck is, this guy has all the knowledge. He's got all the wherewithal. He's got, you know, he's also the card of the Taurus. So hold on, I'll put this up a little bit closer. El Papa. I'll put it up right as well, but we got it reversed. So at the beginning of the month, maybe we're not really focusing on, or maybe we're not really listening to our intuition, to what our gut is telling us here. We could also be, you know, against doing things in the traditional sense. We could be trying to, you know, fight tradition, fight the energy of, you know, going about things in a slower, more methodical way. We could really be fighting that type of energy. We could also be, you know, having trouble with the Taurus. In this sense, or, you know, somebody who's either a religious master, sounds so weird, a religious master, something to do with religion, school, etc. We could be having trouble in those areas of, you know, traditional learning, of religion, etc. So this is kind of interesting energy here at the beginning of the week, or so the beginning of the month. In that first week, we're gonna be fighting tradition. There's gonna be a lot of fight against doing things in the traditional sense, doing things in a slower sense. That we're going to have a lot of miscommunication and not feel very grounded with a Taurus or a religious energy, or even school. It could be, I think, of some of you guys that we're having some trouble, you know, buckling down in school, having some trouble getting our work done and sticking to that routine path that we need to. Alright, so let's see, second week of November for my Scorpios, the main energy of that week, the main energy of the week of the second week here, the Four of Cups. Maybe not receiving the messages that we want to at this time. The Four of Cups talks about, especially in this deck, it's really interesting in that it's all this, look at, it's like a fish and it's all stacked with these gourds or whatever below him. It's going all the way to the top, but, you know, he's not in the water. So he wants the water, and yet the tide won't rise to meet him here. So what we are expecting and wanting to come in is maybe not, you know, the thing that's being given to us here. We're not getting the thing that we want, but we're getting something else. We're getting a different offer, an apology, you know, something else here. You know, I'm actually going to pause and get my box because I do want to show you guys the box. And I do like to look at the book for this one just because the meanings for these for this imagery is a little bit different than other tarot cards. I mean, I like to give it my perspective. But after I pull all four, I'm going to go get the box and the booklet and help you guys out with that as well. What did I just see here? What just came out? Nine of Swords. That third week there, we get the Nine of Swords. It just kind of flew out. So, wow, this feels like a tough month for you guys. The ending of, you know, your chapter here. The energy is feeling trapped, feeling frustrated, feeling like we cannot go on here. We got all these swords sticking into us, and we don't know how to move forward here other than just to wait. It's an energy of, you know, the nightmare. This is the worst moment of our lives. He's got swords going in him in every direction here. There's two swords on the side here, but they're not helping. He can't even grab them to help himself out of it. And it feels like somebody might come and just stick those in as well. And that's the kind of energy that I'm getting for you guys. For this week is where we're expecting the worst because things have been so difficult lately. Things have been so difficult that maybe, you know, we're having trouble sleeping, we're having insomnia, we're having stress, anxiety, depression coming up here. Nine of Swords is a nightmarish feeling. It's, you know, that long night that never seems to end. A night of pain, of suffering. That last week of November 2018 for my Scorpios. What can they expect for energies on that last week of November 2018? Wow, you guys are a lot of tough energy this month. It's your birthday month. It should be easier, right? But I guess that Scorpion energy makes us dive deep, makes us really focus on intense, you know, issues, solutions, transforming our lives where we need to. And maybe that's why we're having all this tough energy and all these, you know, situations come up here. What's coming out here? Ooh, the Nine of Pentacles, though, comes out at the end. So at least we're getting somewhere good here. You know, he's got a big basket of his pentacles here. You know, he might have a little bit of trouble carrying it, but he's looking great carrying it. He's got a little dog there. Whatever work that he has done has, you know, proven very fruitful. He can be very proud of where he is right now. He can, you know, pay for whatever he wants here. It's such a funny little, he's that little tiny dog with a little tiny outfit there. But yeah, this is, you know, again, this is the single happy woman card in other decks. This is my prosperity, you know, prosperity on your own here. You're making your own money. You're showing up as your best self here. You're very grounded. You know, people can look up to you at this time. People are really seeing you in your best light. They're like, wow, I can't believe that you were able to make this work out. You went from Nine of Swords the week before it to the Nine of Pentacles. So that's a total, like look at these two next to each other. Look at these two next to each other here. And how interesting is that? You know, take a good look at that. The Nine of Swords here with, you know, he's being stabbed in all different directions with that. You know, he's inside this egg, doesn't even have any arms. He's stabbed, and he feels like he can't move. Where do I even go from here? I'm just expecting, you know, it to get worse. But you know what happens? Opposite nine, we get manifesting growth, money, comfort, stability. So, you know, whatever this is, it's worth it to get to this at the end of the month here. So, let's look at our challenges and opportunities for each of these weeks here. And I'm still going to continue to use my Hieronymus Bosch deck. I'm also going to go get that box so I can show you guys it. Alright, and here we have the box, my Bosch Tarot box here. So I just moved the whole table over here. So this is my Bosch Tarot, Hieronymus Bosch Tarot that we're using for you guys. But the meanings here, the Hierophant reverse, I do want to talk about that a little bit. Because the just man must not be afraid, especially of himself, faith. So when it is reversed, we are afraid of something within ourselves here. And in that first week, that's something that's going to be main focus, is that maybe we're afraid to face something, we're afraid to move forward in something. Maybe it's a traditional matter in that we are afraid to, you know, make a commitment. We're afraid to move forward in something. We're afraid that, you know, the work and efforts and the knowledge that we have towards something isn't exactly, you know, what it should be in this situation. So it's kind of, it's a difficult feeling. It's a feeling of being blocked, of not having that knowledge, not listening to your higher self there also when the Hierophant is reversed. We are not listening to the messages that we need to be listening to at this time. We're not listening to the messages of our highest self. On that Four of Cups in that second week there, we get, you know, the beach is what it's called, the beach. It may be hard to breathe even when one is surrounded by the purest air. So again, it could feel, you know, yes, here we are at the beach, everything's great, wonderful, the fish is there, but he can't breathe because he's still not in the water. It's not what, you know, yes, we brought him to the beach, but did you put him in the water? No. So he's not going to be able to survive that. Or it's not the, you know, the cup that he wants here. That's not the situation that he was jonesing for. It's like, it's almost that, but it's not quite that. And then we have the Nine of Swords here. And the Nine of Swords, the wounded one, violated innocence in its worst execution. So, yes, we're wounded. We're hurt here. We don't know where to go. Again, it's almost like innocent in that we just want to get out of this. We just want to get out of this egg. He just wants to be released, and yet he cannot go anywhere because of all the swords, and nobody's there to help him. He feels, you know, I cannot move forward. I cannot get out of this situation. And then we get the Nine of Pentacles there at the end. And the Nine of Pentacles tells me in this book here, prudence. Even he who has more than he needs must not forget to lend a hand. So he's, you know, helping that little dog, you know, lend a hand here. Even, you know, if you are very fruitful, even if you have it all, you know, if somebody needs your help at this time, don't be like, you know, don't be stingy. Help them out. You know, be there for people. Be grounded. Be stable. Because that's what you're coming off as right now anyways, and people need you, maybe, in a situation. So anyways, let's look at some challenges. Challenges for my Scorpios for the first week of November. Any sort of challenges, opportunities, situations coming up that they need to know about. Challenges, opportunities, situations that my Scorpios need to know about this first week of November 2018. And we get the Eight of Wands. So we are getting communication on something. We are moving forward on a situation here. Feels like we're getting communication, and yet we are not listening to our highest self. And, you know, with the Hierophant here reversed and the Eight of Wands. So the situation is we're getting communication. We're getting movement forward. We're getting energy, you know, coming forward here. The Eight of Pentacles, sorry, the Eight of Wands in this deck is, you know, the Fisherman. Everything must be done at the right time and in the right... And in the right way. Shouting does not bring results. So, you know, things are getting done here. Energy is happening. You know, this is moving forward because it is meant to at this time. And yet, you know, we're getting energy. We're getting ideas. We're getting all this stuff happening here. And yet, it must still be done the right way. We cannot rush through it. And, you know, we might be ignoring that kind of, you know, aspect. Again, what I first got with the Hierophant was we're not doing something slowly. We're not going in the traditional sense. And you know what? We need to at this time. The universe is asking us to, you know, take this into the traditional sense, really, you know, take it, you know, do what you need to do here and do it right. Don't skip on a step. Don't, you know, not listen to somebody who's trying to help you. If you have a Taurus or somebody that is knowledgeable, older than you probably, or, you know, a little bit wiser than you in any aspect, it could be anybody within your life. But this person is going to probably try to help you out with a situation this week where you have like, oh my god, I have all this stuff to do. I don't know what to do. Which way direction do I go? This energy, etc. But you know what? That person can help you with this situation. So listen to them and don't ignore their advice, okay? We also get the Four of Cups here. My hair is getting, I feel like, crazier. I feel like every time I do a reading with it head on, my hair gets more and more wild as I get through it because I get really hot when I'm reading. I don't know if other empaths and other readers go through the same thing. Oh my god. This one just came right out as I'm thinking about it. Wow. The Sun. The Sun. And I absolutely love the Sun in this deck. It is so beautiful. The Sun is the challenge or the situation the second week. Something is coming to a head. Something is being illuminated. It might not be exactly what we thought it was going to be. With that Four of Cups, remember, okay? So let's see what the Sun, what they say about the Sun in this deck here. Because I love it. And I do want to kind of look at some of the things here because I didn't really get to in a lot of my other videos. The reality which we dedicate to others illuminates our path. Vigil. So yeah, so this is amazing. We are, you know, something is illuminating our path here. Something maybe with somebody else, maybe a Leo. Again, the Sun is kind of my Leo card. But this is really, really beautiful. Something is being illuminated. Something is being brought to the light. Some sort of celebration. And yet, we still have the Four of Cups. The energy of the week is still the Four of Cups. So, whether we like this or not, something is coming to the light here. And it is important at this time. It is important that this come to the light. It is important that this is being offered to us. That this is coming forward for us right here. Okay, guys? So don't ignore it. Don't pretend... like it's not coming in. Don't be upset about it and treat the Four of Cups as, you know, that situation, because you're going to just send yourself into a Nine of Swords situation next week, and that's awful. So let's see third week challenges, opportunities for my Scorpios. Challenges, opportunities for my Scorpios. Nice. Third week, challenges, opportunities for my Scorpios. And again, guys, the weeklies that I do will give you more like, you know, a more in-depth thing for each week. But this is the general energies. I'm going to do a general love spread as well, so we can, you know, take a good look at what we're getting here. So yeah, I think that that new moon is going to illuminate some really interesting something. It's going to illuminate a situation that maybe we didn't see coming. Again, we got that Scorpio new moon on the 7th, and I think that's probably, I'm feeling like when that Four of Cups sun situation, something is going to be illuminated, somebody's coming forward with a situation here. And then as we move the sun into Sagittarius here in that third week, we're getting that Nine of Swords energy. Challenges, opportunities, third week for my Scorpios. We get the Knave of Swords, so the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords, you know, sometimes it's communication, sometimes it's, you know, coming across harshly, being a little bit mean, coming across gruffly. We're not being very soft and gentle here in this situation. Let's check out what maybe the book here says. The bully, the smaller the enemy, the bigger the wrath. So the smaller the enemy, the greater his wrath. So yeah, this is bullying energy. So maybe we're going to be a little bit angry during that week, or, you know, or we could feel bullied. We could feel like people are picking on us, like they're being mean to us on purpose. Why are they saying these things? Why are these things happening? And yet we are getting here, you know, it could be an air sign. It could also be your energy, though. It could be your energy. You could be feeling really frustrated about a situation because the energy is so tense for you with this Nine of Swords feeling here. And feeling trapped, feeling hurt, feeling like you have no way out of this situation. And, you know, nobody's helping you. You're just getting bullied. It feels like, what the hell? Like, I'm not finding a way through this. However, I do think that the Knave of Swords, even though it's a bullying situation, maybe this bully or whatever this person says to you, even if it is harsh at the time and not nice, I do think that maybe it'll help you get to that Nine of Pentacles feeling, though. I think that whatever is being said or done that week, whatever clarity is being is coming through, or you know, message that could be from an air sign that's difficult, or, you know, anyone who kind of is coming across as a bully or mean, even if it is you, it's a message or something that we needed to hear or understand or receive here, because it's leading us to that Nine of Pentacles. So last week of November for my Scorpios, challenges and opportunities for my Scorpios this week. The last week of November. You Scorpios, I feel like, have been through so much. So much. I've been doing a lot of readings for Scorpios. I mean, I have a Scorpio as my partner, so it's like, it's interesting to see the growth this year on you guys. Especially, being the opposite sign of Taurus, I feel that Taurus and Uranus is a really strong energy that is playing out for you guys, that is, you know, affecting your lives this year, that has brought a lot of changes, has brought, you know, us to new chapters here, facing our fears, facing our insecurities. So, I do think that a lot of Scorpios have been through hell and back, it almost feels like, and it just feels like things just keep getting more difficult. Every time you guys think it's going to be okay, but wham, we're hit with something else. It's never an easy break, and you're like, does everybody have to go through this, or is it just me? Challenges, opportunities the last week of November. Ooh, Four of Pentacles. So yeah, we're going to be scrimping, saving, on our way forward here. Sorry, I'm just going to put that down while I find this thing, so we can look at it a little bit better here. Boop, boop, ba-doo. I hate how tiny these books are. They're very annoying. So yeah. The result, no goal is beyond our reach. So yeah, actually the Four of Pentacles in this deck is amazing. And that it shows us, you know, the goal is not beyond our reach. You know, we can get there. We can get there. And with that Nine of Pentacles, we're getting there. We're helping other people get there. Or maybe somebody else is helping us get there. But look at this. It's kind of, they're very similar almost. In that, you know, they're both walking forward. They both got money. They both seem secure, happy. You know, not like they're, you know, trying to hurt others. Not like they're trying to, you know, keep their money away from others. They're being generous. They're moving forward. They're realizing that, you know, you don't have to, you know, close yourself in with goals. No goal is beyond your reach. And that's what you guys need to remember. So if it's a money situation and money has been really tough, we're getting there at the end of the month. You know, you're realizing, I never thought I was going to get here. I never thought I could get here. But you know what? You have to start believing in yourself, Scorpio, because again, don't bring in the energy where you can't. Start believing you can. Things will get better. Things are better. You are getting this money. You are getting the compensation you deserve. You are reaching your goals, okay? Remember that towards the end of the month, because it's going to be, it feels like a tough month, energy-wise. Very tough. Let's take a look at your love reading for this month. I'm just going to do a general love reading. I might use some clarifiers. We'll see. I'm going to use my Hobbit deck. I just really feeling it for you guys for love and romance, the Hobbit Tarot. So there's my book there. I mean, my box there. I don't really feel like I need to use the book so much with this, so I don't usually. And then we will use a Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle for you guys for a general message this month. Okay, love and romance for my Scorpios for November 2018. What do they need to know? What's coming in for love and romance first week? Challenges, opportunities, situations. General for the first week of November 2018 for love and romance for my Scorpios. I have my feet flat on the ground. Wow, we get the Five of Wands reversed. There's a lack of fighting, an energy, the energy of fighting, the energy of conflict here. You know, see how he's walking through it. He's ready to fight here. We're all in competition for something. We're all about to get each other here. We're all about to start jumping in and fighting. But the energy here, when it is reversed, makes me feel like it is blocked. That energy is leaving. Either that, or, you know, there's communication that needs to be had that is not coming forward. Either that, or we are, you know, releasing our desires to kind of fight, our desires to kind of come at each other, you know, maybe, you know, involve ourselves in fighting. We're just stepping out of it this week and being like, I'm not going to get involved in that if that's the situation. You're not going to compete in a situation. We're kind of letting things go, it feels like this week. Just dropping the wands, dropping the energy of fighting, of, you know, competing with each other. This person said this, you said this, I'm doing this, you're doing this. You know, that energy is all leaving there. The energy is leaving. We're putting our wands down. We're like, I'm not fighting this. I'm not fighting this battle. That's not the way love is won. Which is great, Scorpios. All right, second week of November for love and romance for my Scorpios. Challenges, opportunities, offers. People coming in. Situations coming together for love and romance. In the second week of November for my Scorpios. Nine of Wands reversed. You guys got a lot of reversals in this deck here, or in this reading in general. Nine of Wands reversed, though, we're releasing that fight. We're putting down our boundaries. We're opening ourselves up. So I feel like in the first couple of weeks here, Scorpio, maybe we've realized that we've been really combative. We've been really prone to fighting, prone to coming at each other, being defensive, and not letting other people in communications, or even if we're in a relationship, we're not letting others in, or whether it be friends, a relationship with a loved one or your partner, or someone that you're trying to date. You haven't been letting anybody in. You've been really aggressive, I feel like. We've been really kind of coming at each other in really negative ways here. But when the Nine of Wands is reversed, the Five of Wands reversed, that both of in the first 2 weeks there, that energy is leaving. We're releasing our boundaries. We're letting people come in. We're allowing people to talk to us. We're talking about our feelings with others. We're really coming to terms with, you know, our situation, and we're opening ourselves up to love and to others. If we have, you know, a partner, we're opening up ourselves up there. We're talking about our problems. We're talking about maybe why we've been defensive. You know, this is really a deep diving energy here in love and romance, where we're not fighting anymore. We're letting the universe kind of do its work here. We're letting others come in and allowing them to replenish our hearts here and really understand us on a deeper level. All right, Scorpios. Third week of November for my Scorpios for love and romance. Oh, wow, Nine of Cups. Wish is coming true, guys. Wish is coming true here. When I see the Nine of Cups, I mean, this is just an overwhelmingly wonderful feeling. We could not be happier with our situation, we feel very abundant, happy, in love. You know, this is our wishes come true. So what is your highest wish this month for love and romance? On the third week, it's going to feel magical. We're going to feel really connected. We're going to feel abundant with love, a lot of wonderful chemistry, a lot of happiness. We're going to be able to communicate in a way that, you know, restores balance and brings happiness here. We might be going on little adventures, I feel like, for some of you with your partners, or planning, you know, for the future, and just being like, wow, life could not be better. Things are finally, you know, in terms of love and romance, in terms of our relationship here, they are wonderful, okay? Last week of November 2018 for my Scorpios here. Ooh, I feel like things about to fly out, or not. Knight of Wands, passion coming in, a fire sign coming in, that fiery, passionate energy coming in. So if you are single, look out for a fire sign. Again, this is also the card of Sagittarius. For me, the Knight of Wands I often see as a Sagittarius, personally. So when I see this, I think Sagittarian season is coming in and bringing adventure, sexiness, fun times, okay? We have a really wonderful energy at the end of the month here. Either that or we have a Sagittarian, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, again, coming in and maybe offering us love here, offering us passion, offering us a good time. I mean, the Knight of Wands gets a bad rep as, you know, the one-night stand guy. Even I call him that. He's here for a good time, not a long time. My Drake guy. But you know what? It's not a bad energy. I don't feel negative about it. I feel like there's good passion here. This is what we wanted. This is kind of like a really fun, happy, sexy time at the end of the month here. But it is. It's really fun, happy, sexy time at the end of the month. And we're going to enjoy it. It's a beautiful energy coming in. We're communicating better. We're probably going out on dates. And if we're single, we're, you know, meeting somebody that's really interesting, really captivating, really amazing, who we're about to go on the adventure of, you know, maybe a night, maybe a lifetime with. Again, I'll go more in-depth into your love stuff, and, you know, general weekly information in the weeklies, because in the monthlies I always feel like it's better when I approach it week by week and I can really get in there, when the energy shifts with astrological things happening. I can't English right now, what's going on? So yeah, check out your monthlies throughout this month, because those will give you a little bit more insight as well. Alright, so let's check out our Halloween Oracle guidebook here. Why did I say Halloween Oracle guidebook? Halloween Oracle. Let's look at the Oracle guide for you guys this month. What is happening to me? I feel like at the end of readings, I always like, I'm a mess, English-wise. It's empath things. I feel like other empaths out there will understand me when it's just like you get all these messages and then by the end of it, you're like, buh, buh. What? Ba-do-do-do. I don't know. Alright, anyways, I'm just being goofy. My mom watches these because she's a Scorpio, and she's always like, you're always so weird in these videos. It's my energy, and it's the energy of you guys. You guys make me feel this way, so when I have sad readings, I feel very serious, but it feels really nice towards the end of the month, even if we are going through a tough month here. Alright, advice for my Scorpios this month, and I absolutely love this deck. I know Halloween is over, but it is never over for me, because I'm crazy, and every month of the year, and every day of the year is Samhain for me. Alright, advice for my Scorpios. I really want to be pulling... Wow, this is your card in the tarot, so how interesting is this? Death. Death. Wow, and this is... The eternal cycle begins here. Incredible card here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, let's see what it says here. Death. It's perfect. And that's your card in the tarot. Death is your card. So, what is Scorpio all about? Love, death, and sex. Everything deep, everything intense. 'Tis not the end, though I may pass in the night. I get to do my time over, although you may get a fright. So, do not be afraid if you pull the death cards. God, oh my God, cannot English. Do not be afraid if you pull the death card, as it simply means that something is falling away or will do so you can begin strongly afresh. There is great power in this clearing. If you pull this card at Halloween particularly, the message is stronger still. You should actively celebrate this new beginning. And ironically, guys, I'm pulling this on the 24th, the day of the full moon, and Taurus is when I'm deciding to start doing my November readings. So this is very powerful. So we are entering that Halloween energy, and I think around that, you know, end of the month here, we're going to go through an intense transformation. Allow things to die in your life so that new things can begin, okay? Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to let different belief systems, plans, etc., things that you have held on to that are no longer going to serve you in the future. Don't be afraid to let that stuff go and allow better plans, better situations to come forward here. We might be making some intense different change. You know, we might have had one plan for the future, and now we're like, actually, this makes a lot more sense. Why aren't we doing it this way? And that's the thing that could be happening as well. I mean, whether it be love, romance, work, etc., we're ending something here and bringing about a new change. And again, we cannot be afraid when we see the death card. We must allow it to come in. This is your card, Scorpio. We're really good at self-transformation. We're amazing at this stuff, okay, guys? This is your card. This is your energy. So you guys don't fear death. You don't fear new changes. So don't be afraid of it. Allow it to come in with open arms, okay? Remember, 9 of Wands reversed. Let it all in. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful for you Scorpios. I actually decided to just combine you know, the generals and the love readings. I mean, I might. We'll see how long this video is and if I do it for all the other signs. But you guys might have a super long, crazy video. So, again, happy birthday, my Scorpios. If you are a Scorpio and you're looking to book a reading this month, it is going to be $10 off of any 45 or 1 hour reading, so check those out as well. If you guys are looking for a 45-minute read to an hour read, again, $10 off. And check out all the information on booking a private reading right below this video in the description box. And again, happy birthday, guys. Have a wonderful November. And if you're watching this before Halloween, happy Halloween, guys.